This veggie salad is one of my most popular recipes on YouTube, but I'm adding a starchy spin to it today, and I've never done it with this fancy pants Breville Sous Chef peel and dice, so I wanted to try it with that too. Lend me your ears and your eyes. We'll need your eyes also. Hey everybody, this is Dylan. We are in the middle of a Well Your World 30-day challenge, which means food prep is extra important this month. I love this salad because it keeps so well in the fridge. I can make it in massive batches and just put it in mason jars and eat it all week long. It's got lots of delicious nutrient-dense veggies, but no greens, which is why it keeps so well. It doesn't get so soggy. And I'm gonna add some starches to it too. We'll get to that. Let's get started. I'm going to prep these cucumbers. As you know, this is the Breville peel and dice, so why don't I use the Breville peel and dice to peel these cucumbers? I don't really like the peel on the cucumbers because it's so waxy, so I like to take at least some of it off. And to do that, we're just going to cut it in half, open up the Breville, throw it in, and it's gonna peel it, right? It's a Breville peel and dice. Boom, and just like that, we got peeled cucumbers from the Breville peel. You guys are too easy. It does not peel cucumbers. Come on, stop falling for this stuff. However, it is designed to peel potatoes, but I'm gonna tell you something. I peeled some potatoes with this thing, and it is not the way that I want my potatoes peeled. It makes a terrible mess. It's just, you're better off peeling them by hand unless it's just too hard to do so. If you can't peel potatoes by hand, then by all means, this will help you peel potatoes, but I'm gonna tell you something, I will never use this device to peel potatoes. It turns the peels into a mulchy mess that you then need to rinse down your garbage disposal pretty much. No thank you. But it does dice. Boy, does it dice. It dices so well. Let's do some dicing. We gotta do a little bit of prep here first. I've got two what are these called? Green bell peppers. And I'm just going to cut them in half and tear out the core. I'm making a double batch of this recipe. You could make a quadruple batch if you really wanted to eat it all week long. It's worth it. You should. All right, let's get this thing going. Since I'm only doing a double batch, I think I can fit the whole thing in one bowl without emptying it. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna do my onion first because I want it on the smaller size. Rock and roll. Oh yeah. Okay, that was 2 medium red onions. I'm afraid that that's gonna be a little bit too much, so I'm gonna empty a little bit of red onion out. That's probably good. Let's start there, and if I add this back in, whatever, let's see what happens. Let's keep going. Okay, I'm gonna increase to the middle-sized one for my cucumber and my bell pepper. Let's do this. Here we go. All right, so now I'm gonna do 2 bell peppers and the 2 English cucumbers. I like the English cucumbers. They're better than the regular old cucumbers. I don't know why, I just like them better. Let's go. Oh, baby. Done. Cucumber time. Get it in there. I'm gonna do 2 pints of grape tomatoes. I think I'm gonna have to cut these by hand because this thing is gonna mangle them, right? I assume this thing is gonna mangle them. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Oops, I forgot the blade. Hello. Blade. Don't forget the blade. Let's go. It'll definitely dice up the tomatoes, but I don't want them that dicey. I want them just quartered, so I'm gonna do the tomatoes by hand. Sorry, Breville. Okay, so let's dump all this out. I like my tomatoes just quartered. I don't want them diced up too much. I like the big tomato chunks, so I cut them lengthwise and then turn them and cut them the other direction, and they're quartered. Boom. The next ingredient is optional. And the reason I say it's optional is because olives are, one, an overt fat, and I know some people during their 30-day challenge are avoiding overt fats, and two, there's a lot of added salt in olives. I'm going to rinse these as best I can, but there's still going to be added salt. So keep that in mind. I am doing 2 cans of olives for this big double batch. And just like the tomatoes, I'm gonna do these olives by hand because I don't want the machine to smash them up too much. So I'm just going to give them a nice, quick slice, and that's that. Okay, my other ingredient that I have not put in before but I'm excited to try is garbanzo beans. I've got 2 cans of no salt added garbanzo beans. I'm gonna just rinse them and we'll throw them in. In go the garbanzo chickpeas. All right, that's all the veggies. Let's make the dressing. And you can make this dressing separately and use it as a salad dressing too. It's a really delicious dressing. It's my favorite one. I put it on this, I just go right for it. It doesn't cause it to get too soggy because of, like I said, all these being pretty hearty ingredients. So they'll keep in the fridge pretty well. But anyway, let's do this. We're gonna throw in some lemon juice. I squeezed this from my own tree. I don't know what's gonna be like, let's say 1/4 cup to start with. A little bit more. That's probably closer to 1/4 cup. Let's throw in some minced garlic, maybe around a good couple of teaspoons worth. Oh yeah. Then we'll do, I've got some dry oregano. You can use fresh herbs for this too. I encourage you to. Fresh basil, fresh oregano, fresh parsley. You could use any one of them or all of them. I'm gonna use some dry oregano, maybe a couple of teaspoons worth. And I'll just sort of, this is whole leaf oregano, so I'm gonna break it up a little bit. Yes, we might need more. We might be coming back for you. And then we got, this is my freeze-dried basil, which is better than like regular dried herb basil. It really behaves like fresh when you rehydrate it. So I'm gonna put in a good couple of handfuls. It's really good stuff. Okay, how about some black pepper? We'll grind in there. Give it a good solid, teaspoon or so of black pepper. You'll love it. And then the biggest ingredient of this dressing would obviously be the balsamic. Just let her rip. I don't know how much it is, but you want it to be a good saucy marinade at the bottom. So just let it go. What is it gonna be, like a cup or 2? I don't know. I never, you know me. There's no recipe. Just go. And we'll start stirring it up and we'll see what we need more of. Oh yeah. And then you can kind of just see, like, if there's a lot of balsamic down in the bottom, then you might have enough, And then taste it and see, does it have enough herbs? Oh yes. Don't change a thing. We're good right here. You can jar it up in mason jars right away or Tupperware containers or whatever, or you can let it sit for a little while, maybe an hour, and give it a stir every 10 minutes or so and just let it really marinate all together before you put it in the fridge. But whatever, it tastes really good either way, so you're good. And that's that. It was 2 English cucumbers, 2 green bell peppers, 2 small red onions, 2 pints of cherry tomatoes, and then our dressing, which you remember. Oh, we also put in the 2 cans of the black olives and the garbanzo beans. We are almost 1 whole week into our Well Your World 30-day challenge. I hope you're rocking. Keep making big batch recipes like these so you're getting your delicious, nutrient-dense, non-starchies, as well as all your starchy recipes. And be sure to click right here if you'd like to check out my other healthy vegan recipes that'll help with your 30-day challenge. And if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, then click this link right here, download your cheat sheet, set some goals, make some rules, and join us for the Well Your World 30-day challenge. I'll see you on the next video. I love you. Bye.